We are here with Josh Scott, who is a basketball player. We're going to do some yoga stretches that are really beneficial to help in recovery when you're playing basketball, you're training, you're playing a lot of ball. These are things that you can do to help your body recover. So the first one we're going to do is toes pose. So go ahead and come into a tabletop, Josh. And then he's going to curl all 10 of his toes underneath. And so this may be the place you stay. So if you're looking at this and you're like, holy cow, you can hang out here. I do this every day, at least for a minute, but you might have to work up to the minute, maybe even longer than that. You can also walk your hands closer to your knees, and that might feel a little bit more sensation. So what he's doing is stretching through the bottoms of his feet, through his heels, through the ankle, and through the calf. And so these are places that tend to get really tight when you're wearing big, tall basketball shoes. And so he's wearing shoes all the time as well. So this is really good to open up that part of your body and really help prevent injuries. He can also sit back onto his heels. Can you sit back? That's a tall order. That's a lot. Go ahead and come back forward. But this is something you can do, and you really want to make sure that you're breathing when you're doing this so you're feeling that stretch. So go ahead and come to a seat. You can uncurl your toes there. And then we're going to come into deer pose. That'll be the next one. This is a good hip opener. Obviously, basketball is a lot of running. You get tight through the hips, through the hamstrings. This kind of gives it all for you. So he's going to come to a seat, and he's going to have one leg, both legs bent and the heels on the same side. So as you can see, it's kind of like a little cheerleader stance here. He's going to bring your hands outside of this thigh, and then turn your torso a little bit. Good, and now he's gonna start to fold forward, and as he folds, he'll bring in some blocks so he can help to support himself, and you can play with the level of those blocks. So this is a great hip opener. A lot of yoga teachers will take you through like a half pigeon or something like that. That is a lot of pressure on your body and on your knee. There's a lot less pressure. Do you feel any pressure in your knees here?
Nope.
Nope, no pressure in the knees. So that's exactly what we want. We want to protect those joints. But he's also getting a good hip opener into the glute, into the hamstring as well. You feel all that?
Yes.
And a little bonus stretch in his twist in his spine as well, which is really good since he's probably needing that stretch. So we'll go to legs up the wall next. So go ahead and come out of there. So for legs up the wall, you're gonna sit as close as the wall as you can with one hip against the wall. And then he's gonna start to send his legs up the wall and then lay down onto the mat. Good, and so you might need to shimmy a little bit once you get onto your back because you want your hips to be as close to the wall as possible. Now let your heels be heavy. Relax them against the wall. There'll probably be a little bend in your knee. You can take a bigger bend if you need it, but just try to relax. This is a great stretch because he's totally supported. You can see low back is supported, hamstring stretch, spine lengthener, all these great things. It's also taking a lot of the fluid and things that kind of pool in the bottom half of your body and recirculating that around. How's it feel?
Great.
Great. So this is something that you could do after practice or at the end of the day, just to sort of balance yourself out. There's a lot of variations to this pose, but even just the basic one like this is so beneficial if you're playing a lot of basketball.